Hello, I'm Aaron Traeger, pediatrician with Advocate Medical Group here in Bloomington Normal, and today we're going to talk about television and children. This is a hard thing to do. A while ago, the American Academy of Pediatrics used to say, no TV for children less than 2. Now, as pediatricians, we all sat here and we said, that's a little crazy, because we know in reality most people aren't going to do that. So there's been some discussion about this, and kind of feel like we find like maybe a happy medium a little bit. So first things first is the television is not a babysitter. Okay, we don't want you taking your 9-month-old or your 18-month-old and just saying, sit down, put the TV on, and you run off and do what you need to do. It may be tempting to do so, but it's not good for the baby's development. Even those developmental programs that you see out there, different branded DVDs and stuff like that, they probably don't do as good as people think that they do for helping their kids develop. So there's no substitute for you spending time with your kids. When your kids are a little bit older and they are able to sit down for a little bit, a little bit of TV here and there, at your discretion, I think is good, as long as it's not being used as a babysitter. But what the thing is that we really want to focus on, if your kids are watching TV, is that it should not be something that is bad for them, okay? And everybody knows what this is, okay? You see things on TV, there's terrible stuff out there. Your kids shouldn't be watching that. It just shouldn't even be on in the background. You shouldn't be watching that with your kids awake in the room with you, because their little ears are picking up all that is around them. Little TV shows here and there, that's fine. I'm a big Disney fan. I love Disney World. I love Disney stuff, and my kids do too. But, like, for example, The Incredibles. That's a really aggressive, kind of violent TV show that is marketed for young people. Should 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds be watching that? Probably not, okay? But some kids do, and some kids enjoy those kinds of things. So what we tell people is use your parent instinct, okay? And if your kid shows any signs of aggression, violence, things like that, 100% cut it out, okay? They shouldn't be watching those things, because you're fueling these kinds of behaviors in those kids. Sometimes parents will come to us and they'll say, my 5-year-old, my 7-year-old, and they're rough, and they're tumbling, and they're hitting people, and they don't seem to understand. But then the kid's wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt. I love Spider-Man. But for that kid, it's probably not an appropriate thing for them to be watching. So we just want you to be smart about that. So then how long of television? Well, adults included, no more than 2 hours of TV per day, or screen time. That includes time on the phone or the iPad or, video games, things like that. Less than 2 hours per day is what we should be focusing on. And, really, if you're less than, 3 or 4 years of age, even less than that. Again, use your discretion. And use your parenting instincts for this. And if it's becoming a problem, if you think it's a problem, well, it probably is a problem, okay? So try and take that time and put it in something else. Put it into reading, put it into games, put it into coloring, things like that. And I think you'll have a much more satisfying experience with your kids.